Welcome to today's live streaming on this channel. I am Health Educator Mike by name, and this is Healthy Living Global YouTube channel. Channel that focus on health promotion, disease prevention, better illness management. Of course, we help in creating awareness, and our main goal is to take healthy living to a global scale. Right. So let us see how can take it to a global level. Let us all live a healthier life. It requires your effort and requires my own effort too. Let's work in synergy and achieve this goal of healthy living. All right. So um, I encourage you guys to continue being part of this family and also share the links of this our live streaming and also the channel to people that we want them to benefit from this live streaming, to go a long way in helping them to live a healthier life, right? That is our mission. I want every subscriber of this particular channel to know um, things that you're expected to know, especially some medical intervention that you are being given, and to even know some things about some illness that is endemic in your area and know how to manage them. So all these things will go a long way in helping um, us to achieve this aim of healthy living global. So thank you for always being part of us. Um, I believe we are going to get there at this global level. So now today, what we are discussing today is understanding insomnia and the management, right? Understanding what insomnia and management. So what do we mean by insomnia, right? You know, a lot of people complain of this. I cannot sleep, right? I try as much as possible to sleep. I cannot fall asleep. I don't know what is happening to me, and so on. Before you know, they'll be getting different drugs, right? Like that of Simpe Night, Shorex Night, Rena Aid, and other medicines related to that to use so that it will help them to sleep, right? Of which this habit of the habits that led to that lack of sleep is what they form over time, but not knowing what exactly they are doing to themselves. So it's not even necessary actually to be taking drugs that will aid sleep. Is not bad per se, but is not necessary, right? Strategically, you can use natural means and achieve that, right? Getting enough sleep naturally without taking any medicine, all right, that will make you to become dependent on it. Any day you didn't take, you won't sleep. No, rather go for what natural means of achieving that. So what is insomnia? Insomnia is inability of someone to fall asleep or remain asleep, right? Due to certain conditions which will lead the person to become what? Irritated, weak, and even unfocused the next day. Of course, if you didn't get enough sleep in the night, you won't be focused the next day, all right? You'll be distracted. Your memory will not concentrate in even in your activities. For if you are the kind of person that work in the office, uh, you may make a lot of mistakes, all right, when you get to the office because of what you are not focused, you are not concentrating in what you are doing, all right, and you become tired, all right. So all those things are what happens to someone if you did not get enough sleep, all right, and it will make you to be irritated. You be angry. Any little thing, you become angry. So that is what happens. You become angry, easily irritated, and before you know it, you get issues with a lot of people in the office. So which is the reason you need to join me in this live streaming. Let us see how we can be able to achieve the goal of insomnia, tackle it once and for all, and get rid of it. It's very possible, very, very, very possible. Insomnia. Now, I've explained what insomnia is, which is what inability to sleep or even get or even stay asleep. All right, maybe you may find it difficult to fall asleep. You'll be trying your possible best, doing everything you could. Before you know it, you start handling your phone. You think that is what can make you to sleep. You don't know that you are worsening the condition, and I'm going to explain that. All right, so you will be unable to sleep, and even if you sleep, you cannot remain asleep, as in have your sound sleep of up to, let's say, 2-3 hours before waking up to go and urinate. All right, you just anything 30 minutes you just wake up, or 1 hour you just wake up. Fragmented sleep. So all those things are the challenges, and it can lead to mental health issues. Now, having explained what insomnia is, or which we say is caused by some certain challenges or health conditions, right? Now, let us explain what are the causes of this insomnia, all right? Number one of the causes of this insomnia is stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety. Of course, this insomnia is actually divided, or it have two types, right? There is acute insomnia, which is the one that will come to you, let's say, within it will last within few days to 1 week maximum. All right, inability to gain a sleep or stay asleep within space of few days or even 1 week, and after that it will go away. We call that acute insomnia. But when it's lasting weeks, we say that one is chronic, and you need to know the underlying cause, then get it treated and get to the end of it, because failure to get the underlying cause and treat it, it will keep making you to be unfocused and keep making you to be tired and easily irritated each time you have this insomnia. So you need to take it very serious and handle it. I've mentioned it 2 times. I say we have the chronic one and we have the acute one. Acute one is caused by like when you are anxious or maybe you are stressed up, right? That what causes that of acute one. If you are stressed, of course, you may not be able to sleep properly, right? You may not be able to sleep properly due to that that stress. But if it's that of acute one, chronic, is caused by a lot of conditions. So let us begin to mention what are the causes of this insomnia, which we say is having what sleepless night. All right, in a layman's language, you say inability to sleep, or having what sleepless night, or unable to maintain the right sleep or stay asleep for some hours, right? You see someone having um, that kind of issue. For instance, someone you are having like a lot of troubles, maybe family challenges. Someone will say, many things are on my head. Let me just take alcohol and forget everything. My dear, with that alcohol, what you'll be having is what we call fragmented sleep. You cannot still have a good sleep, sound sleep that will make you to be healthy. So please pay attention. Let us mention what the causes um of this insomnia. Now, number one is what stress and anxiety. So when you are stressed out, right, due to your work, if you are stressed out, right, due to your work, or you are anxious of a particular thing. For instance, anxious of about your work, right? The work you do, how do you manage this, how do you do this, how you do that in the office or anywhere you work, or how do you obtain your daily bread and so on. Once you are anxious of all those things, or maybe anxious of how you are going to see money, right, that will sustain you for the next day. All those things, especially in a country like Nigeria, that is part of the thing that can easily make someone to have this insomnia, right? Because every day a lot of people get worried. How do they get their daily bread? Right? There's people that their daily bread is not guaranteed. So they keep thinking, and it can make the person to have a sleepless night or inability to get sleep. So that is what happens. And before you know it, the person stays awake. And the following day, it will make the person to become unfocused, become tired, and also become irritated. Another thing on that anxiety and stress is also being anxious about school stuff, especially that of students, right? You know, they consider their activities they are having at school. You understand, different things that may even need money and so on. It can stress them out, right? Financial burden that is on them. So it can stress them out and make them to become anxious. And with that, they will be unable to sleep. So those are what the causes of what isomania. And if we are able to handle it properly or maturely, you discover that um you have what enough sleep. You sleep fine for the day and remain more focused and even become more productive. That's what happens. Now another thing we are going to mention is what poor sleep habit, all right, as cause one of the cause of insomnia. Poor sleep habit. There's people that will want to sleep at night. They will be using their cell phone, maybe watching this, watching that. I've explained it on this channel that if someone stays in a room that is well lighted, that is what happens when someone stays in a room that is well lighted. What happens is that what the eye will send a message through the super chiasmatic nucleus that is at the back of the eye. It will send a message to the central nervous system, telling the central nervous system that this is day. All right. When the central nervous system senses that this is day, it will secrete hormones called cortisol, making you to stay active instead of secreting melatonin that will make you to fall asleep. So that is what happens. And if you are in a room where that if you are in a room that is well lighted, or you are using your cell phone, that particular light that the eye is receiving is sending what a message to the central nervous system. So poor sleep habit is one of the things that can lead to isomnia, right? So you need to keep your cell phone aside. If possible, make sure your room is dark, all right, off the whole light, and you see that what you are going to get a good sleep for the day. And another thing is eating heavy meals, all right, at night. For instance, you are seeing yourself maybe due to activities for the day, you discover that this is already 11 p.m. or even 12 a.m. You start taking a very heavy swallow. It cannot help, all right? It cannot help in any way. That heavy swallow, what it will do is that it will distract your sleep for the day and making you not to concentrate the next day. That will happen. So all those habits must be handled, all right? And also not maintain the regular time to sleep is another thing, all right? Irregular timing. For instance, today you sleep by 9 p.m., tomorrow you sleep by 10 p.m., next tomorrow you sleep by 8 p.m. All those irregularities, it will distract what we call circadian rhyme. Circadian rhyme is body's clock that helps in regulating your sleep and wake cycle, help in other metabolic activities, making sure that your system is functioning properly. So when you are um, you are not consistent in all these activities, especially maintain the time of your sleep, it will distract or disrupt the circadian rhyme, making you to have this isomnia. All right, so that's what happens when it comes to poor sleep habits that is capable of causing isomnia. Another thing we are going to mention is what stimulants, right? Stimulants. There's a lot of people that take different things before they sleep, which is not recommended. For instance, using caffeinated drink that have caffeine, it will distract your sleep for the night. Or using um, drink that have this nicotine, right? It will distract your sleep at night. It will make you to what? Not to sleep fine, make you unable to sleep or even maintain that sleep for some certain hours. So it can cause insomnia and leaving you what? Tired, unfocused, and even irritated the next day. So if you are if you want to gain a normal sleep, please leave any stimulant, all these medicine that make the body to become more active. Of course, caffeine, nicotine, and many of them. Nicotine, you usually see it in cigarette smoking, right? Is contained in it. Another harsh chemicals that even carcinogenic is contained in that cigarette smoking. So all those stimulants, they are not recommended. Even all these um heavy metals, they are not recommended when it comes to what sleep at night. So all those things will distract you and make you not to have a regular 7 to 9 hours sleep at night. All right, and once you did not get these hours of sleep at night, you discover that the next day is not going to be a funny thing, right? You become tired and unfocused, even at work and in what you are doing. And with time in this discussion, I'm going to explain the benefits of sleep, because we neglect what sleep can help us, all right, to achieve in our system, all right? There is some pope as in important things that this sleep can help us to achieve, which is the reason we preach it, we promote it, healthy sleep or getting enough sleep 7 to 9 hours every night. Very, very important, right? Even if you want your wound to heal, or a particular cell to replicate properly, it need you to sleep. We are going to get it. Now, number um, three, number four, we are going to mention as one of the causes is what we call medical issues. All right, medical issues that is capable of causing isomania. All right, it could be asthma. Right, it could be asthma. Asthma can cause isomania if you're having difficulty in breathing due to asthma when your airway is constricted. So it can lead to isomania. If you're having some like pains, right, due to a particular health condition, or you are having hormonal changes and other things, it can cause that isomania. It can make you not to sleep. So medical conditions can cause it. If you are having a particular health condition that may make you to have pain, or even you are having asthma condition, or you are passing through a particular illness that will distract you mentally, it can make you not to have your regular sleep at night. And when it happens in that way, you discover that you'll be unable to sleep as expected. Another thing we're going to mention, which is number five, is what we call mental health condition. All right, mental health condition like that of depression and anxiety, of course, can cause this isomania. All right, can cause isomania. So if you are depressed, all right, like thinking about different things, and due to emotional challenges, right, that you are having, making you unable to even relate to others. Only you are just depressed and thinking everything within yourself. All those mental issues can be a challenge to your system and leaving you what? Unable to sleep. So it can make you to find it difficult to sleep. This depression and even anxiety. So it can make you to what, not to sleep. And once you did not sleep for the day, you discover that the next day you are not going to be focused. All right, that is number five. Number six that we are going to mention is environment as cause of what, insomnia. All right, we have like noisy environment, um uncomfortable room, like room that have high temperature, or that have a very cool environment, like in a cold weather. If there's a lot of cold, you will not be able to sleep as expected efficiently. And if the room is too hot, you cannot be able to sleep comfortably. So that is it. And if the environment is noisy, of course you cannot concentrate, you cannot sleep if the environment is noisy. So that is what happens. All right, so and before you know it, you see yourself being awake for several hours. So if you want to maintain a healthy sleep at night, or develop the habit of sleeping well at night, of course you have seen about light, increase it or even off it totally, because failure to do it have told us what it can do. All right, it can send a message to the central nervous system telling that this is the day, and it's going to secrete cortisol instead of what, melatonin. So please take note of that. It will make you to remain active for the day instead of making you to fall asleep. So please take note of that. Tomorrow we are going to discuss more, and not even only cortisol that it will secrete when is seeing the sensation that this is the day. Secretes other hormone that will still keep you what, to become active, all right, for the day. So that is what happens. Tomorrow we are going to continue our discussion on this isomnia, and we kind of discuss extensively on it. I will run along to attend to a patient as soon as possible. Thank you for joining us for today. Once you see this live streaming, if you have any question on it, please put down your question in the comment section. I'm going to attend to it once I come to this live streaming channel. Once I come to this channel, I see it, I will attend to it as soon as possible. And you want to get to me straight away for any health issue, health challenges of which you would want to get advice on, you can contact me through WhatsApp chat only. 07088611262, 07088611262, and it is free for now. So do well to reach out to me for any challenge at all, and we'll tackle it. Our goal remains the same, all right? Taking a healthy living to a global scale is for your own good, is for my own good, and we need to work in synergy to achieve it all together. Thank you for being part of us today. I remain Health Educator Mike. See you guys tomorrow by 10 a.m. in our live streaming. Thank you.